Good morning, Hiking for Health. Here we are again. This is Todd. With our weekly update for the week of May 14th. And since I'm shooting this on Monday, belated Happy Mother's Day to any moms out there, or anyone who serves the function of a mom. So, yeah, we'll just go right down it. For the weight check-in, I have plateaued again. I'm still at 282. I don't know if this is, I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird. Like 2 weeks ago, I lost, I kind of had an issue 3 weeks ago, and then 2 weeks ago, I lost a little bit, and then was commenting on I gotta pick that up. And then last week, I lost a little over 2 pounds, so that was, hey, like, wow, now we're on track. And now this week, I haven't lost anything. And again, I'm a little baffled because I got out and hiked several times. I've been exercising when I'm not hiking. I didn't go outside the calories. My little app is telling me I have. So again, I'm wondering if because I'm kind of close to that point where the app is supposed to be adjusting my calories to less, I may have to just do it. I mean, this week I just may have to say the heck with it and just do it myself. And whatever calories it gives me, I'm going to subtract some and shoot for that. Because I mean, that's the thing too is I'm staying with my calories that the app gives me, and it's not like I come right up to the line. If it gives me, I forgot the exact number, but if it gives me 2,200 calories for the day, I don't. Most days I don't even get close to 2,200. I eat 1,800. You know. So I'm usually coming in pretty well below the line that it gives me. So I don't know. But it's not not the worst thing in the world. I didn't gain, which is good. That can be frustrating when you actually gain, because then when you finally lose again, you're kind of going over territory you already went over. So I plateaued. I'm still at 282. So we're going to move forward. I'm going to make some adjustments, and that's kind of what this is all about, though. I mean, like I said, there's no magic bullet. It's what you intake and what you output, and there it is. You're always going to have to make some kind of adjustments, I guess, and so I'm going to have to. So I did get out last week. I didn't do 2 like I really wanted to. I ended up just being able to do 1. But I finally got out, and hopefully you've seen, because I already have it on the channel. Hopefully you've already seen the hike report for the San Joaquin River Wildlife Refuge. That was a fun walk. A lot of cool little critters, especially the riparian brush rabbit, which is an endangered species now out here in California. But in that particular little area, they are not endangered. They are all over the place, and it's really cool. As you're walking the path, they crisscross in front of you. You can just see them all the time. It's really neat. But it's a place that I will be going back to. I said that on the hike report, because still the San Joaquin River is over its banks, and a good portion of the nature trail is still under the San Joaquin River, so you cannot walk on it. Instead of it being the loop trail that it's supposed to be, it was an out and back for me, because you can't make the full loop because part of the loop is underwater. So I will be going back there to see the rest of that, because it was my hope to get out there and maybe see some tule elk and stuff, and we're not able to get into parts that couldn't see any of that kind of stuff. So that was good. The other thing I did this week was Saturday I took a Boy Scouts of America high adventure basic backpacking course. I mostly took it to do something with my son. Even though it's been a while since I've done backpacking, I don't consider myself a basic backpacker. I'm certainly not advanced or any kind of a professional or anything. But I do believe I am beyond basic. My deficit in knowledge right now is with the modern equipment. And this class did help with that. It did talk a lot about some of the newer modern stuff and things like that. But as far as the class went over things like outdoor ethics, I know my outdoor ethics. I know about leave no trace. It's a good thing to teach, though. I'm sure the boys and some of the other folks in the class got a lot out of that, and I hope they did. But I'm in line with the outdoor ethics I get in leave no trace. In fact, I'm thinking about doing a video series on it to kind of spread the word for people who aren't. But yeah, it would, like I say, I picked up some knowledge. I'm not going to say it was a useless class. I know some of the kids, I hate to say it if the instructors ever see this, but some of the kids were bored. They were, because it was mostly a lecture class. It wasn't a whole lot of hands-on stuff. They did some cool stuff for lunch where the kids actually got to make some things and things like that. And they had a lot of really great examples for the kids to see, and they could touch it and stuff. But yeah, when you talk about tents, maybe have the kids practice setting up a tent. But the only thing is they even told us that they had to take this class from a day and a half down to a 1-day class. They had to cut. This was the first time they did that, and so I really think they were used to having more time, and they ended up not covering some things they wanted to and having to rush through other things. So there it is. That's how it is. I did take the class. I did get some stuff out of it. Some good notes on some new equipment that I want to check out. Things that I personally need to get to replace certain things, like my water filtration system and possibly my cooking system and things like that. So that was all right. It wasn't exactly what I expected it to be compared to the description, and my son felt the same way, and he was one of the kids who it was kind of boring. Sitting, basically you're in a Saturday class was what it was for him. It was like he was in school sitting in a class lecture, and yeah. But I did get out and do that, and kudos to the volunteers who teach it. I mean, that's what it boils down to, is they do what they can, and these folks are volunteers. They don't get paid to do any of that kind of thing, and so what they do is appreciated. I understand that. I really do. They do what they can do. So that's about what was going on up to now, and so plans for this week, I want to get out probably tomorrow. I'm going to get out to Caswell Memorial State Park and do their trails. There's a little bit of confusion when I researched this online. Some people are saying it's one trail that loops around, but when I look at the actual park maps and some other apps and things like that, what it is several trails that are basically connected together. They have a nature trail that goes to here, like to this certain camp area or parking spot, and then another one starts from there and goes this way. So if you walk them all, they eventually make a type of loop, and that is eventually like 3.5, 4 miles or something like that. So I'm going to try and do that tomorrow, try and walk them all, or if it's one loop, whatever. And then if I get out somewhere else, great. But the Caswell one will definitely get recorded, because that's a place I haven't been yet, so that will end up as a hike report. And my goodness, I'm trying to get in under 10 minutes for this update, and I think I will, because that's about it. I've got 282 for the weight, so I didn't lose, didn't gain. Had a really good walk at the wildlife reserve refuge out there. If you haven't seen it, check out the hike report I did on that on the channel. And looking forward to a hike tomorrow at Caswell, and I will have a hike report out hopefully before the end of the week, before next week's check-in for that. And that is this week's update, you guys. Trying to keep them short, and I hope I did. So thanks a lot, and again, as always, I appreciate your support. Those of you who are actually watching these, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do.